So this caught my attention. YouTuber co-founder Steve Chan has said he doesn't want his kids to watch shorts. Shorter form content equate to a shorter attention span. He also floated the idea that the platform should implement a time restriction based on age group. Now, what's interesting is, and I'm pretty sure they should have the article here. Uh, Maybe this is the article I'm thinking of. Nope, no, it is not. I'll check on that later. Um, but let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So, if you're not aware, shorts have been very popular on YouTube. I believe YouTube Shorts has at this point superseded even TikTok Shorts for some period of time. Now, what makes that interesting for me is that, as somebody who used shorts as a way to get viewers, to get a more grander audience, especially with the content. I really don't call. I really don't think what I make is content for the most part. What I do isn't really content, right? But even so, I guess for other people who use YouTube Short as the way to get their content now, it has been a very great boost compared to, let's say, where TikTok doesn't have that kind of platform, right? But let's read this article. YouTube co-founder Steven Chan said he doesn't want his. Yes, we read that. Speaking in a newly published talk with Stein for business school in July 25th, Chan criticized the growing dominance of bit-sized video platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reel, and YouTube Short. I don't know if I want my kids to be watching like short form content at their only way, and that they can be able to watch something that's more than 15 minutes in length. Chan said. John, who had two kids, moved to Taiwan in 2019, argued that the type of content feeds shorter attention span and is ultimately just entertainment for the moment. TikTok entertainment, but it's purely entertainment. He explains shorter form content equates to shorter attention span. Essentially, what I think he's trying to say that because the content is so short, there's no substance, right? It's just entertainment, but it's purely entertainment, right? There's just nothing but entertainment, right? There's no fat, there's no muscle, there's no bones, there's just nothing. There's no juice, no flavor. It's just what you get is what you get and nothing more and nothing less. I don't know why that nearly rhymed. Even so, YouTuber co-founder blasted short-form content. According to Chan, a lot of parents have been forcing their kids to watch long-form videos, and some actively limit their children exposed to fast-paced videos designed to be addicting. Um, we'll get into that. If they don't get exposure to short form content right away, then they're still happy with the other type of content explained. Even floated the idea the platform should implement time restriction based on the age group to help curb users. There's a delicate balance between what is going to get users' eye and what is going to monetize more versus what it actually usually he added. I guess it's at the if I guess it's Stephen Chan Ying Kong. Hopefully, said her name right. Trying to comment as YouTube is on pace to exceed 40 billion in annual ad revenue. According to Alphabet QT25 earnings, YouTube pulled in 2.9.8 billion ad revenue last year, quarter 13. Wow, holy moly, that is a lot. Shorts have become a major driver of that growth, not without backlash. It allows you to respond to a viral post accusing shorts of ruining their sites. With user arguing shorts videos should live in a separate app, YouTube thanked user for the feedback and said it has been passed on the productive team, meaning that it's not going to go anywhere. And I can understand that people think that like, oh, why not just create your own application for the. Here's the problem with that: it takes away from the actual. Because a lot of content creators are using YouTube Shorts as a way to get their stuff out there. As I said, I've used it multiple times, especially with my Gun Plus stuff, because I can't, for me, well, I don't know where to put them, right? Well, why not just put them on YouTube Shorts? Because it brings in, I've at least seen that it brings in a lot of views. And I remember that I believe the study right on TikTok saying that TikTok has caused a massive amount of damage for a lot of kids. When I mean a lot of kids, it caused damage on the level of most kids have lost their attention span due to stuff like TikTok. Now, let me be truthful and honest. Uh, let me be truthful and honest. There's not much you can really do unless you put a restriction as Steve Chant wants. YouTube also made it so that paying user who subscribes to the site premium lit servers are still subject to ads when watching shorts. The platform also announced new tools to simplify AI generated content, further ramping short form production as users and creators push back on the increasing the dominance of what some call AI slop. Which is very funny because recently YouTube did update their whole monetization system. So I'm not sure why they're pushing for AI stuff after they just went through like pushing, unless like that was just only for show and it doesn't mean anything. Now, personally, shorts are a weird double-edged sword because on one hand, a lot of people use them as the way to get their content out there. On the other hand, a lot of people do spend a lot of their time, especially on YouTube Shorts streaming. That's another big pile there where I stream a lot, right? If I'm not doing a horizontal streaming, I'm doing vertical streaming because, well, it's a substitute to what I usually do. And I think because of that, I'm not even sure if it's even, I'm not even sure if it even is something that people can even, really get their back on. But in the end of the day, there's really not much that could be done. Like, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Like, there's not much that could be done about YouTube Short. They're here to stay as long as possible. There's not much people can do. There's not much people can really, really do. And even if one of the creators of YouTube, even if one of the creators of YouTube is pushing for some type of limitation, I just think that is not going to happen as people think. I don't know what else I can say, but till next time, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a good one and be safe.